guys see me? Can you hear me? Thank you for coming. Who do we have in the chat? We have Don't Ask Bob. Thank you for coming. Kay Briggs, is Rachel back living in a van? It's so confusing. I know, right? So confusing. No, I'm not living in a van. And honestly, it's really not that confusing if you watch my videos. So watch my videos, Kay Briggs. I am not ever going to be a full-time car dweller, but I am going to do it for extended periods. Hello, kitty cat. I don't know if you could hear the kitty cat. But a van is what I am interested in. So I need to plug this in really quick. Hello. Would you like to say hello? What's up, that one dude? Hello, Lauren Baker. Thank you for coming. I need to plug in my phone because we're still dealing with that phone, of course. All right, are we charging? Who do we have in the house? We have Lauren, we have Don't Ask Bob, we have, is it Riggs, Kiggs? Yeah, welcome. How is everybody doing? What's everybody been up to? Are you guys excited that it is warming up? Carlos Rodriguez, hello, thank you for being here. I think you just followed me on Instagram. Is that correct, Carlos? Welcome. I appreciate the follow, if that was you. I'm doing pretty good today, actually. I'm feeling good. Yesterday and today, I'm just feeling really positive. I'm really happy. And I will tell you, actually, since I have decided, yes, Bob, I love the longer days too. Since I have decided to release myself from the military bullshiz, okay? I just feel this huge weight off of my shoulders. Some people disagree. Not anybody that I don't know, but some people, you know, they're more fighters. Like I am a fighter, but I just, you know, it's just life is too short. I'm over it. I'm tired of it. So no, I am not retired yet. I will. The reason I'm not retired yet is because I am waiting for, if any of you are familiar, who is familiar with this, raise your hand, please. I am waiting for my VA compensation benefits to start, and then so I can get healthcare through the VA. It'll be an easy process for me to retire. And once I am on with the VA, I'm getting my VA compensation and my healthcare, then I am out, okay? Assuming I have everything done with the military retirement checklist. That's just so that I am covered medically, because as we know, in the United States of America, right, the greatest country in the world, our healthcare sucks balls. Really, really sucks balls. So I just want to make sure that I have healthcare, you know, because I do have depression and I have medical issues that don't seem that they will go away. And I want to make sure that I am covered for those. So I'm just going to pull up YouTube really quick right now, guys, so I can see comments. Don't know where my other dummy phone went, because I just wish that the comments would stay up. We have 9 people in the house. Who's in the house? Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I did post this on my Instagram. So maybe some of you are from my Instagram. That's super cool. I'm really excited. Why is it telling me this? I am really excited to talk about this. Okay. Heck yes, warm weather, Lauren, getting ready to drive in car camp from Vegas to North Carolina. So you're originally from North Carolina? I started to listen to some Sasquatch Chronicles with my mother, and we didn't finish any because she couldn't find the episode she really wanted, and some of the people, though, they were in North Carolina. So Lauren, if you could find out where some good areas are for camping with Bigfoot, please do let me know. Kay Briggs, military sounds like a nightmare. Yeah, I mean, like any organization, I've come to learn, it's just about the organization. It's not about the person. It's really not. Yasin, I just saw 5 people watching it and decided to watch it. Wow, welcome and thank you for being here. Where are you from? Are you a car camper? Are you a camper? Where do you live? I am doing very well today. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to have you guys here, honestly. And so, North Carolina, huh? So you must have moved here to Vegas. Well, the West here is in the West side. Because of work, I'm guessing. London. Oh, well, do you know Jim West? I like to ask that of people because Jim West is one of my regular viewers and he's from the UK. I asked him where he was near because what I have learned is that the UK consists of not just London, okay? Don't ask me what it consists of because I can no longer remember. But yeah, Jim West, he's great. I'm scrolling around a map trying to find somewhere to spend the weekend. I'll make a decision by the time the stream is over. Well, I will be excited to hear what you decide. And how long do you know this stream will last? I'm from Florida. My parents are in North Carolina and lived there for a few years. Okay, from Florida. How did you like living in Florida? Yeah, the humidity there. It looks beautiful. Have I ever been to Florida? I've been to LA. Lower Alabama, Florida, really. That's about it. London. So yeah, I'm sure Yasin, am I pronouncing that correctly? I'm sorry if I am not. I'm sure you do not know Jim West, but maybe he will pop in here. I like it when he pops in here. I love to see all my regular people. I just love it. So, well, we have 11 people. Super excited. Okay, guys, so as you saw in my thumbnail, I am here to talk about the Toyota Sienna. And as my regular viewers know, this is the car that I am leaning towards, and I have said that I may wait until 2022 in hopes that Toyota will get it together and be smarter. No, you do not know him. You do not know Jim West. But if he comes in here, you will meet him. I will introduce you. And so I want a new car so bad. Yeah. I want a new car super bad, but I don't want the car payment because I haven't had a car payment since 2016. Happy Friday, Trey! Trey has a new tagline, we will say, for my videos when I am in use of the creep hole. If you saw in my Reflectix video, I now have like a peephole, but it is the creep hole in honor of Trey. So Sienna, Toyota Sienna. I've been hoping that Toyota will get it together and make it so that you can remove the second row seats. Will they in the second, because this is the new generation, I don't know what it's all called, but this is the new model for 2021 that they didn't update, and it's not likely that they're going to do have that feature available in the 2022 model. So yeah, I went this past week again test driving the Sienna and the Highlander, but this time I went with my sister because she's kind of in the market for a new vehicle, and she currently has a hybrid. Honda Odyssey isn't bad. So my requirements, my must-haves, as people will know, they can tell you, I really want all-wheel drive hybrid. That's it, period, end of story. It needs to be that. I feel like this is like, I feel like I'm miniature here. Let me lower this a little bit. Okay. Oh, we're 9 minutes in. Oh my gosh. Honda Odyssey. So, but Honda, great. Look at you guys. So that thumbnail, I actually was going to do a live stream it yesterday, but I've been the house tech support for the past 2 days, and my customers are boomers, so it's taken quite a long time, and my mom has multiple computers, so I was not able to really schedule this, so that's why we're here on Friday. Why a hybrid? Hello, John M. Welcome. Thank you for being here. You should call around and see if you can rent one for a few days. That is a great idea. That's a great A hybrid so that I can go longer mileage, okay? And I mean, aside from my lymphedema or edema, whatever the heck you want to call it, which is my lower extremities swelling up when I drive, I want to be able to, at the drop of a hat, go to the East Coast or drive to Alaska or maybe go to Florida or go find Bigfoot in North Carolina, you know? So I want a hybrid. Yeah, I don't want to waste all that gas. I mean, it's twofold. It's painful to think like all of that fuel I will be putting into the environment. And then also cost, to save on cost. Lauren, we rented a Toyota Sienna for a road trip and we removed the second row seat and folded down the third row. But was it a 2021? Because in the previous years, you can more easily remove the second row seats, but in the 2021 you can't. Like, these seats are all fancy, and I think the 2020 does go slide back. But yeah, you cannot. There's a video out there. It's like 4 minutes long of a guy removing the second row seats in the Toyota Sienna, but then you're going to have issues with the airbag sensors and seatbelt sensors and all that stuff. So that's the issue right now. Hello, Carlos Rodriguez. Did you already check in, or are you another Carlos? Or Washington? Yes, Bob. That is correct. That is an easy location for Bigfoot. I need to know where Bigfoot is. And my mom has ditched me. We're going to say officially, my mom has ditched me on the Bigfoot camping, because what she realizes is that I wasn't joking. I don't know why she thought that I wasn't serious, but she's pretty adamant that it's not going to happen unless, like, last minute, which I can see her doing, which would be really irritating. Last minute, I could see her saying, oh yeah, okay, I'll go. Because she doesn't want to disappoint. But I'm going to go by myself either way, wherever that might be. Do I have my own place? I have my own rental places. I'm living in my mother's basement right now. And the purpose in that was so that I could kind of get settled back here in Utah, get some medical things looked at, taken care of. But my plan is to be traveling, looking for properties, because I do have a deposit on a Boxable. You can look at my video for that, about that. And yeah. So I'm not a complete deadbeat living in my mother's basement, if you will. I have my own things going for me, and I help my mom out a lot. As I mentioned, I am tech support. Okay, Lauren, this was last year, but it was probably 2019, 2020. Yeah, that's a smart idea. That might be fun, but that'll be kind of like roughing it. I will have to see if I can rent a Toyota Sienna. That would be actually super fun. Mercedes Maybach is the best. We don't have that here in the US. Is that a hybrid? That'd be awesome. Don't Ask Bob says we are going to find Bigfoot. That is super exciting. Carlos, I need to see who the other Carlos was. Oh yeah, Carlos Rodriguez. Okay, you keep saying hi. You confused me. I think that there's another Carlos Rodriguez here. All right. Okay. You're cool in your sunglasses. Okay. Where was I? Yeah. So I went test driving with my sister. We did the Highlander and the Sienna. And you cannot find a Platinum that is on the lot. I mean, people order them and then they're gone. So they really don't have any Platinum models that are on the lot. And the only reason, well, not the only, but the reason I want a Platinum is because it has a lot more of the features. It does come with a vacuum and a fridge in it. A little teeny tiny fridge that won't help me out, but I don't really need those. The vacuum actually would probably be pretty awesome. But yeah, it's 2021. That's what I would be getting, because it is a hybrid and all-wheel drive. And in the new Siennas, you only have the option for hybrids. They no longer do the V6. There's a lot of fake van lifers out there. Tell me, who's a fake van lifer? I want to know who you think a fake van lifer is. You know, van life. So I lived in my car for 6 weeks. but I was locked down to one location, and it's not fun. It's pretty boring. You know, when you're in a house and you're bored, like, it's easy. You can go take a nap, or you can watch TV or whatever, but it's more difficult when you're vehicle dwelling, because you've got to find a place to go relax, and you're still on edge and paranoid unless you can go get a campground for a little while. The fuel economy for both the Highlander, this is 2021, the Highlander and the Sienna for all-wheel drive is 35. The fuel economy for just the front-wheel drive in both of those vehicles is 36. So you're just losing a mile. That's it. But when I get it, it's gonna go down because I'm gonna lift it, build it out, all that jazz. So the ones with the pretty couples seem fake. Yeah, probably. I don't know. Did you launch one of any sweet jumps? A sweet jump? How? Oh, on the test drive? No, absolutely not. So when I first went on the test drive with my mom, we were able to take the vehicles by ourselves. But this guy, we had to take it with the salesperson. But that's fine. He did point out some features to my sister, which was helpful. And then I was super annoying and also pointing out features because that's what I do. And I just checked it. You have it in the USA too. What? But if it's not a hybrid, and Mercedes, that just sounds super expensive. Yeah, not bad. I get 45 highway and 52 city for a combined average 48 in my Kia hatchback. Is that a 2-row or is that a 3-row? Because I definitely can't go smaller than a 2-row. I don't know, vans could be all-wheel drive. I know. So the Pacifica, the 2021 Pacifica has all-wheel drive also, but they do not have a hybrid. They are a V6, and that is a lot of gas. 4Runner lifestyle, what's up? A Toyota person. I am hoping to become a Toyota person myself. Hybrids cost a fortune to repair. Yeah, there are some trade-offs when it comes to that. I've tried to educate myself highly, and you know, at that 120,000 mark, you're looking at the battery thing, but there's also other maintenance items that are that don't exist anymore, that do exist in your traditional car. My sister, for example, like the brakes is one example. The brakes, you don't burn your brakes as fast as you do in a traditional car because the engine is controlling the car more so than a regular car. And my sister has, on her Honda Civic 2012, she's got 162,000 miles, and she has, I don't think she's ever replaced her brakes. I think that's accurate. 1.7 M. Oh, it's like a small Prius. Oh, okay, I can't. I'm way too big for a Prius. Battery comes with a 10-year federal warranty. Then you can replace a call from a hybrid specialist. Yeah, the battery thing, I mean, it's no small number, but the battery, when it comes time to replace it, it's like a $2,000 charge. Which for me, you know, I'm single, I don't have children, so that would be okay for me to do. Okay, back to my test drive. I want to keep on track and also answer your questions, but so when I was on the drive with the salesperson, I was telling him what I wanted to do, and he said, hey, I want to put you in contact with one of my sales managers who is all about overlanding, and he works for Toyota, obviously. And I was super stoked about that because I have been wanting to talk to somebody from Toyota who knows about Toyota and these hybrids that are coming out and what kind of modifications I can do. And so now I have a Toyota contact, and I am so excited about that. My sister was like, Rachel, just calm down. Like, don't be all up in his face. And I was like, oh no, I won't. Maybe maybe I can interview him on my YouTube channel for, you know, for people who have the same questions as I do. And she's like, okay, Rachel, like, you're already scheduling him to do YouTube, but no, 1.7 million? I don't know what we're talking about. I just checked you have it in the USA too. Oh, that's how much the car is? No. No. Nope. No sirree, Bob. Okay, Lauren, let's do a meetup in Overland Expo West. Really, Lauren? Now, I thought that you did not, you wanted to stay private. Will I have to blur your face out in videos? Because that takes a lot of work on my computer. Flagstaff in September. Flagstaff, yeah, that would be nice. That's pretty like trendy place to go to. Rachel, Toyota got to give you a huge discount, right? Right. I can think of lots of questions that would be important for overlanding. Yes, when it comes to the hybrid especially. So, I am super excited because so many of my questions have been answered. I have talked with Mike from Performance Bountiful Toyota, whatever the heck it is, and he's awesome. He is awesome. I picked his brain. I'm super excited. First of all, let's talk about the Toyota Sienna lift. You can get through the dealership a 1.5-inch lift, okay? The Sienna sits at 6.6 inches ground clearance, okay? So with that 1.5-inch lift, you're gonna be at the equal ground clearance that your Highlanders are at. Your Highlander has an 8-inch ground clearance. Tires, when I asked him about all-terrain tires, he thought I was going down the road of wanting to get bigger tires on them, but no, I just said, well, how about all-terrain tires? Would that help? All-terrain tires that are the same size, does that increase the ground clearance at all? He's like, I don't know of anybody who has gotten bigger tires on them, but yeah, certainly you can do all-terrain tires. Let me catch up on here. No, it's okay. I'll put a bag on my head. Okay, that's a good option. I don't know how well you'll breathe, but yes. I was just thinking it would be a bean. Oh, I was just thinking I would be a bag too. You're gonna put your head in a bag too? Don't ask Bob. But Bob, you're like the infamous, we have had, I don't know where he is lately. I lose some of my longtime subscribers, and this was the last double-digit subscriber that I kind of think I've lost. But we've had Doc, who is not around at the moment. But yeah, you're the infamous Don't Ask Bob moderator, so people might want to see you. Minivan Overlander, laugh out loud. Really? Did you really laugh out loud, John? A raised up soccer mom vehicle? John, watch it. Don't laugh at me. Did you see the thumbnail? That is not my minivan, but that looks cool. It's completely practical. It's not a soccer mom vehicle. It's totally practical. I don't know what's wrong with people. It's ridiculous. It's 25% more. I don't even know what's happening with that percentage. Sorry, I missed it. Is this guy an engineer? No, this guy works at Bountiful. I keep wanting to say Bountiful Mazda. It's Bountiful Toyota. He works at Toyota. And he does overlanding stuff. And he has a Tundra with stuff on it. I waited around to meet him, but he was busy and I had to leave. So I just left him my phone number. And I spoke to him this week. Any dates lately? What is, like, mandates? Like dating dates? No, I am so not interested in dating. Carlos, why do you keep saying hello and what's up? You keep grading me. I think we have already graded each other. What happens if you pick a tire up off the ground? Are you stuck? What? I don't know what that means. But, okay. So then, yeah, so this guy, Mike, is his name. Maybe eventually he'll be on my YouTube channel and we can talk to him. The 25% was more ground clearance. Okay, listen. I am not a mathematician. Okay, you've got some fancy skills there, don't ask Bob. Oh yeah, you are a coin guy. It's Jim! Jim West, welcome. Please, I would like to introduce you to Yasin. He is from London. I believe you are like 45 minutes from London. Is that correct, Jim? But welcome. I asked Yasin, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but I asked him if he knew you, and he does not. And I told him that I would introduce you if you popped in. So meet each other. Would you do leather or cloth? Well, the platinum only comes with one option, and I do not appreciate the color at all. So I would get seat covers for sure. As long as Mike, let me see, as long as Mike isn't a salesperson, because they will tell you anything. No, I get it. He is, in fact, one of the used car salesmen. An engineer will know for sure what can and can't be done. Yes, you are absolutely right. So the things that I was talking to him about, he's like, yeah, I will reach out to my reps. And he is from Ohio. He came here to Utah because he loves the outdoors, and he's super stoked to be here. He's only been here, a little bit, but he's been out and about. And he was in Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument. All the words, I don't know what it is, but he saw a Toyota Sienna overlanding vehicle. It had a rooftop tent, it had a lift, and all-terrain tires, and it looked legit. So it was interesting because I said, why doesn't Toyota do this and that and this and that? And he's like, it's because the commuters are the ones who have more of the voice with Toyota. The overlanders don't really have much of a voice because we're not as plentiful as just commuters. Because here I am in the western states, and I think like, wow, Toyota is such a great company to go to for all those type of vehicles with their Land Cruisers, 4Runners, what is that one? Sequoia, like they are an overlanding car place. So yeah, we just don't have as big of a voice. But in time, as customers request things, they probably will cater more towards overlanders. And he said that, I said, look, I'm going to ask you these questions. I get it, you're a Toyota salesperson, but I'm not buying a used car. I would be buying a new anyway. But I want to pick your brain. And I asked him about the warranty. And if the lift is done through the dealership, the warranty's not going to be void. And he explained it all to me, broke it down. I kind of got lost in all the words. But basically, if it's within the specs of what the vehicle can do, then yeah, you don't void the warranty. And I told him I was a little bit disappointed about the 1.5-inch lift. I really kind of wanted a taller one, at least to get to 10 inches. And he said, I was thinking about reaching out to our mobility program to find out information through that, because that might be an option. And the mobility program is for people who have disabilities, who need wheelchairs, because if you've seen the minivans that have the wheelchair lifts or can carry a wheelchair, like those things are jacked up. Those things are jacked up really high. So, that might be awesome to do. See what kind of lift I could get through the mobility program if I can get it higher. Jim West is in Wellingborough and the East Midlands. Okay, Jim and Yasin now know each other. I've seen an Overland Expo. There is a company that does 2-inch lift kits for Sienna. Yes. And I am aware of the companies. There's some that do even 3-inch, but with the 2021 model being new this year and the hybrids and all-wheel drive, it's a little different scenario. So it's a matter of time until other companies besides the dealership offer lift kits, so I could get eventually more than a 1.5-inch lift. But right now, he said, so I told Mike that I wanted to wait to see if the seats would be removed. He's like, it's not likely that they're going to allow it so that you can easily remove the second row seats. And don't quote me, but there's a good possibility that the vehicles will increase in price come 2022, because with COVID, there's been a lot of shortages with manufacturing parts, and they had some chips that have been really, really delayed. So like right now, it's a 90-day waiting period when people order their Sienna Platinums online. It takes 90 days to come in, which for me, because I really don't have a steady income right now, is fine, because then I can work on building that up and then purchase it possibly later summer time frame. Look at building out my platinum model online, and then maybe it'll arrive late summer or fall, possibly. Okay, thanks Trey. Thanks for coming. It was good to see you. 4Runner Lifestyle. Toyota makes awesome 4x4 vans that are sold in other markets, such as the High Ace and Town Ace. Really? What is the deal? What is the deal? I mean, the United States isn't everything. And so it makes sense that there are car companies who have amazing vehicles in other locations. Turbo diesel, huh? Yeah, Toyota's overall goal, I don't know about international markets, but, and I spoke with my salesman about this, and I've mentioned it before, their overall goal in the next 10 years is to go electric. So they're starting out with these hybrids. Watching Rachel and talking about the cars. I hope you're okay, Jim. I'm from London. You need a big van if hunting Bigfoot. No, I don't. I don't need a big van. I'm not going to kill him. I'm not going to bring him back. Okay? He might do that to me. Don't ask Bob. Normally, when one tire lifts off the ground, all the power goes to that tire and you're stuck. There's two, from what I understand, there's two different, there's like a separate engine or battery that controls the rear tires, Bob. And it has some pros and cons, so I'm not sure that there would really be that issue with that. So yeah, I'm gonna wait to switch cars, hoping some cool options come out in the next 5 to 10 years. Yeah, I think there will be. I know that Mazda, I don't think I mentioned this in my last one, but when I took my car to the Mazda dealership to have it fixed, they said that in the next 2 years there's going to be a hybrid. There's supposed to be, okay, maybe a hybrid car that's in between, the size is going to be in between a CX-5 and a CX-9, I believe is what he said. Yeah, so you understand what I said. I don't really understand what I just said, Bob, so good. I guess that's good. I went out driving the other day in some dirt because I have new tires. I'm like, let's try these out. And I was going down a divot, and I really shouldn't have been doing that. And so one of my tires was not touching, and I was like, yeah, I don't really want to get stuck, because I didn't have all my gear, my recovery gear with me. And so we left, and I made it out. I don't like the new start stop features though. Of what? The Toyota? The Toyota? Start stop features of like hybrids or what? So I'll give you some updates on my current car situation. I have been dually working my new solar, which is actually right there, and my 80/20. I'll be picking up my 80/20 extruded aluminum bars next week. There was kind of some confusion. Like, I wanted to pick them up at this location in Utah to save on freight charges, because freight charges are ridiculous. And I worked with the design team, as I've mentioned, and they came out, we got a design that we came up with, and they provided me with a quote. Well, this quote was $510 for just my fridge module. And that was because they did all the cuts, like it came ready to assemble. They had these countersink holes and all this other stuff, and I'm like, okay. When I initially contacted your company, the whole purpose was to pick it up myself, and I was going to cut it, and I was told that you guys didn't have any fasteners at your location to connect the extruded aluminum together. And so I already have all those fasteners. Like, they're actually in a bowl right there, ready to go. And I only need the bars. So it's going to cost, I'm getting 7 6-foot bars. That will probably give me some extra to work with. I combed through the 8020, 8020.net if you're confused about what I'm working with. 8020.net. That's what I'm using for my build. Like I'm redoing part of my build in my current car, and then in the van, that's what I go with. I will do an 8020 build, extruded aluminum in that, because it's super lightweight, extremely strong, but it is very expensive. And I went through their whole website, 8020.net, 8020.net, and looked at everything. And they have some awesome accessories. And they also now have black bars, which would look really cool and streamlined. They are a little bit more expensive, but I wanted to get those, but they don't carry the black bars in the location here in Utah. So I'm just going to go with they call them clear. It's really just the silver bars, and cut them out all myself. So next week I should be putting my video together and everything of my new fridge module. I have my drawer slides for my fridge. I've got, like, I'm ready to roll, except some of the accessories. I got a cup holder, because when I'm sitting in the back, like where I sit, where my blue seat is, if you guys are familiar with my setup, and I cook or I'm working on my laptop, I like to have my cup nearby, and I have the cup up front, but it would be nice to have an area where I have a place for my cup, cup holders. So they have that. I have some hooks, to see if I need things. I went to Home Depot this week to find something that I can use to attach it securely to my vehicle so it doesn't come flying at me if I get in an accident. And I found something, so I'm super excited about that. I'm going to include all this in the video, but I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. And then my solar, it's been stupid weather here. It's, of course, February and March. It's decided to snow and rain, and it's been really wet. So what I've done is I've painted out the bars that I'm using to mount my panels to my roof basket. I painted those black in hopes that they would be more discreet. My panels are black. I can show you guys if you guys want. But so I spray painted those. Those are all cured and ready to go. But there's already a chip on one. If any of you guys know of good spray paint that is durable, because I'm going to be able, like in my winter solar setup video, it's the same thing. I'm going to be able to prop up my panels and it's going to rub, and the black spray paint I'm sure will probably scrape off. So that's super annoying. I just want it to be kind of covered and streamlined. So let me catch up on comments. Okay. Wait, what do I want? Normally... You don't want, oh, I see, okay. I don't, oh, your car engine goes off at lights and stuff. Oh yeah, that's the hybrid technology. That's okay. That's okay, you're not wasting gas. It's kind of weird when you first get into it. I will say, when I got into my sister's hybrid, I was like, what, this is crazy. Because it feels like the car turned off. And my first car was a stick shift. So I'm used to when a car shuts off, that means you've killed the car. So... you can usually undo the start-stop systems on most. What? In the hybrids? I wouldn't need to mess with that. I'm okay with it. Like, why do you don't really, I mean, if you think about it, you really don't need your car just sitting there running, idling when you're stopped. The fully charged electric Mustang Mach-E plugged into an F-150 hybrid. That F-150, Bob, that's pretty legit. I saw some articles when Texas had their big storm and the power outage that some people were using their F-150s to charge their homes. And I guess it comes with a 3-point-something kilowatt generator, but you could upgrade to like a 7-point whatever. And man, that's ideal. But I'm not doing a truck because I want to be able to get in and out of the front and back seat from wherever I am camping. Yes, 8020.net, Bob. That is correct. 67F in New York. Love it. What does that mean? 67 female. That kind of reminds me of AOL back in the day. The chat rooms, you know, like ASL. ASL, guys. But I don't think that goes along with your name, John. 67 female in New York. Love it. How's the pandemic going on? The pandemic, yeah, I mean, things are kind of dwindling down a little bit. It's been a while, but I saw that cases, I think, were 20% down, if I remember correctly. Yes, Lauren. So yeah, I hoped to have my solar video done this week, or this past week, but the weather. So yeah, I will be working on my solar this week. It's actually going to be sunny the next 2 days, so I'm going to do that. And I like to go kind of in an outdoors location to do it, and also so people can't identify where my mom lives. But there's not really very many good locations, and I need a table to work on, and blah, 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 blah. Are you going to do more cooking videos? I hate cooking, but yeah, I do need to add to that playlist. What kind of cooking videos are you looking for? Are you looking for the Dash Griddle or tinfoil dinner videos? Because there are a couple tinfoil dinners that are delicious that I can do. And I will be bringing my Dash 8-inch griddle with me. Possibly my little one as well, because somebody did comment on my Dash griddle video and said they have used their little one to make cookies, and to get it to cook on the other side, they just flip their Dash griddle upside down. Hello, how smart is that? Genius. So I would do that. Oh, shoot. Kay Briggs says use primer first. Well, that is way too late. It's already black. That's too late. It said, let me get it. I'm going to get a bar, okay? It's just right here. All right. Grab this, and what I used, the spray paint I used. Okay. Without disconnecting things. Okay. All right. So, here we have fasteners. These are the fasteners for my extruded aluminum. I am so excited that I have preloaded, as what they say. I've preloaded one of the holes, because you wouldn't preload the other hole until you have connected both the bars together. But there are 25 in here. Super stoked. Okay. So this is my mounting bracket. It's similar to my other one. These are just your standard solar panel mounting brackets. I mount them a little bit differently, which I will show in my video. But this has been spray painted with this. This says Krylon Rust Protector Flat. And it said somewhere, Superior Corrosion Protection Direct to Metal. I don't think that's probably going to work when it's like rubbing on the other bar. Let me grab the other one, actually. I have one connected to the 2 panels. Should I show you? Let me show you. Let me bring this over. Okay. You guys are going to get a sneak peek, okay? All right. So, here are my bars. There's 4 of these. And man, see, dang it, it's already chipped. It's already chipped. So annoying. So anyway, I mount them this way. This is how I mount them, and then I have brackets. But the way they're supposed to be mounted, so it goes on a roof, on like the roof of an RV like this, and then this one goes, it goes like this. So then you have the knobs and you can slant it. But I don't do that because I have a different setup. So these are my 2 panels. It only came with, these brackets only came with 2 or 4 bolts. Okay, so look at this. The panel, are you guys following me? What's going on here? Let me see. Dilly burgers. Oh yes, I need to do dilly burgers again. I will, okay, for sure. All right, where am I? Use primer first, too late for that. I had a corona test today. Uh-oh. I hope you're okay, Jim. Think you could sleep in the back area of a crew cab comfy? Yes, I could, but I don't want to because I want to be able to leave in the driver's seat, get in the driver's seat easily. And it's already cold enough in the car sleeping. So I want to be able to turn on the car if I need, or turn on the air. Epoxy paint, and with aluminum, you need a self-etching primer. I don't understand. I've already screwed it up. So just ignore that portion in my video when I have it. It's fine. What's up, Lois? How are you, Lois? Glad you're here. Flat floor is huge. Who's flat floor? Dilly Burgers. Okay, bought a griddle to make burgers on. That's awesome. I tried the banana bread. You did? Do you have the Dash rice cooker, John? Do you? Do you have a power bank charger? Yes, I do. I do not have a Jackery. I never, ever want a Jackery. Ever. Only 2 bolts total. 2 bolts for each one. So 4 total. So only 1, 2 for the top, and then I need the bottom. I'm going to show you guys. I'm just trying to keep up on the 4Runner. There are several YouTubers that live out of their Prius that love using temp control for boondocking in humid, hot climates. Motor periodically starts. Yeah, and I wonder if that's the same for the Sienna or the Highlander, but I am super tall and I'm already cramped in my CX-5, which is a 2-row SUV. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I will social distance. Okay, not the back of the truck. John, do you have the rice cooker? Okay, let me continue on. Oh, here's I will show you my battery because I'm using it to, I mean, it's pretty excessive, of course, but I'm using it to charge my phone right now because I have the Pixel 2 and I need to get a new phone, but I'm spending my money on other things right now that are priority, so I just plug things in. So this is my battery. I have the Energy Apex and I love it. It is aluminum and I have dropped it, and you will see here the dent. The Jackery is plastic. And I hate the Jackery handle. Some people hate this, but this is compact. This is 25 pounds. It's awesome. It's, I think it's 1100 or 1200 watt hours. It is up to 1700 watts you can use. 1500 ideally, but 1500 from the plug, and then if you need an extra 200, it'll give 2 from the DC. So I love this thing, but it blows my fuses when I plug it into my car to charge it. So I really don't appreciate that. And then this, it was a turn knob. Let me see if I can pull it out. Yeah, I can. It was a turn knob, okay? So when I was in my car, and this is what Jackery kind of doesn't get. Like, people are using their product outside. I mean, I'm sure people have dropped their stuff, but I dropped this. And so this thing was sticking out and it pushed it inside. So now the turning knob is kind of jacked up, but it still works. I would like to get, if Energy comes out with like a 2000 watt model, that'd be awesome. I know that Jackery did, but thank you. Absolutely no thank you on the Jackery. If you notice, most Jackery videos are from people who Jackery has sent their product to. They've just like saturated YouTubers in the market with their product. I don't want one. I would never buy one. I think they're overpriced and I don't like the design, and we'll just leave it there. Let me get back to my solar panels. Okay, that's heavy. All right, so here are my solar panels. These are Renogy, 2 100 watt. They're black to help with being discreet. Not that I care all that much anymore, but these are the nice ones. I mean, I guess they're all nice, but these were kind of pricey to get that black. They're an updated model, but you can see I haven't attached the other bracket because I'm waiting to do that for the bolts for my video. Then this, I'll show you. I'm going to talk about this too in my solar video. Let me straighten that. Okay, so then this, if you guys are familiar with my vehicle, I have the Yakima roof basket, and I don't really use it. It's great for throwing like logs of wood in there, but I decided, why am I not utilizing this space? And I have a car top roof carrier bag that I use, but it was just kind of too clunky. So what I did is I measured, when these are on, how much space I have. And it's really, if I mount, depending on how I mount the panels, I'll have either 4 or 5 inches from this bar. Here I'll have another inch, because these are the mount, the border, the frame is about an inch depth to the panel. So I have either 4 or 5 inches, and what I did is I went to look up covers, and I found this website, Covers and All, and they make custom canvas covers. So I ordered one for the top of my roof basket, and I was like, how can I secure my stuff up there? It's just gonna be stuff like my poop shelter, my toilet, my pop-up tent, you know, so nothing like that I'd be super worried about somebody stealing. But when these panels are on, and then I have the bars around the roof basket, like it would take some time for somebody to get in there and steal my stuff. So anyway, this doesn't have a bottom, and it's just 6 inches deep. I had them add the grommets. I gave them custom measurements. It was like $69. It was awesome. Wow. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Justin. That's awesome. So yeah, I'm really excited to try this out. I think this will be, my roof basket will be a great area where I can put things like my chairs, my tents, to keep them out of the way, because I just want to be able to get to a site and I just have everything already set up, ideally. Okay, so that's my solar panel, and that is my, okay, here we are. And then for backup, I actually also do have this battery. Sorry. Okay, I also do have, yeah, I think it was 69 or 79, I'll have to look. But this is 500 watts. I've dropped this on the hard floor and it's still functioning for now. But yeah, let me catch up here. The backseat area with the seat folded up is like 4 feet as wide as the truck. Yeah, I know, don't ask Bob. You want me, you've talked about the truck, I'm not gonna do it. It was a little tempting when I found out about the generator in the F-150, but I'm not gonna do it. Do a review video of the Energy. I am not gonna do that just because they don't make this model anymore. They now have the Flex, which is pretty awesome, but it's still only 1500 watts, and it has a surge of probably the 3000 like mine does. However, it has 1600 watt hours of capacity, whereas mine has like 12. And what's awesome about the Energy Flex, I-N-E-G-R-Y, is that you can add additional batteries to it. Now, I could add one of the Flex batteries to my Apex, which I might do because my computer takes a ton of power when I'm editing and stuff. I can connect it to one of the Flex batteries, but with the overall Energy Flex, you can connect up to 90, it's like 92 batteries. That capacity is crazy. I bought the John M says, I bought the Jackery, it works, shrugs. Yeah, I will say the Jackery, it's good because it's plug and play. Mine is plug and play as well. It was more expensive than what you're gonna get from the Jackery, and I just can't understand their price point with the Jackery, like, and the design, and then they came out with these 1500 and 2000 watt. Like, why didn't they fix their design? That handle is so bulky. I hate that handle. Okay. Wow, that sounds like a fair price. Yeah. Do you ever pay for campsites? Once in a while if I need to. You know, if I want like a place to just have running water, and if there's a shower there, that's great. Or like the last time I went camping, is I just found a campground and I paid for the day use because they had showers there, and that was awesome. It was still $10 for the day use, but yeah. Somebody asked, oh no, I think I already answered that. Okay, John, I bought a rice cooker, but it was higher watts, so bread burned. Oh, okay. John, do you do car camping? What do you do? Let's see here. Yeah, the pre-sale and the flex. So some people are pissed. I've seen in the comments, they're pissed because the items aren't going to ship anytime soon. And this is what happened to me when I ordered the Apex. I ordered it February 2019, and I didn't even get it until July 2019, and they had said that we were going to get it in May. So they're already kind of sketchy with their shipping, and now with COVID, it seems like it's going to be even worse. So the Flex came out in 2020. I was hoping that they would come out with a more powerful, like 2,000 watt model this year, but they didn't, because they still haven't even shipped the Flex right now. But it's legit. I would get the DC one. I wouldn't get the AC plugs, because I would prefer it if it had at least one AC plug, and then I would be fine with mostly DC plugs because it takes less power. So how long have we been going? Oh my gosh, where's the time? Oh, just almost an hour. Okay, it feels like forever. Does it feel like forever for you guys? Sorry. Sometimes these are faster over here. John, I went camping in a rented Class C RV, looking at different camping traveling rigs. Okay. Well, that's very smart. Very smart. Do you go camping with other people, or is it just you? Lois, 2 people fell from the beehive in the park the other day. Way too early to be climbing there. Oh! I think I heard about that. Is that what the trail was? Beehive? I scrolled through to see if it was precipice, but tragic. Might try car or van life for a weekend. Yes, you should. Do you go by yourself? Do you take your dog? I think that's a dog that's in your, looks like a lab that you have with your girlfriend. So does she like camping? That's awesome if she does. I just prefer to car camp because it's like a turtle. I carry everything with me, and I don't want to go in campgrounds because camping next to people is really obnoxious, and people are loud, and I like kids, but sometimes kids are just running around screaming, and it's the outdoors. I get it. That's fine. But I don't want to deal with that. So I prefer not to go to campgrounds. She liked the Class C. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's a way to do it. Is if you're trying to get somebody interested in camping, you want all the niceties set up for them, ready to go, especially the bathroom, for sure. Because even though I like to camp and everything, not having plumbing is the most difficult thing for me, for sure. My next trip, I should have my solar done, and then my new fridge setup module finished next week. So I think for my next trip, I will look up some land locations and just go there to see what they look like. Pick out a couple of spots, and then see if it might be a site for my Boxable that I have a deposit for. Oh, hard to drive. Yeah, man, those rentals, they probably are taken through the ringer. I like quiet too. Nothing but the sound of a river to the wind and the trees. Yes, Lauren. Yep, constant running water for me is what I miss. Boxable, like a tiny house. Yes, it is. It's awesome. 375 square feet, $49,500. If you have a mortgage on it, they'll take regular mortgages. They're in the process of building out their factory right now. They have a factory in Vegas, and I just looked up on, because I follow them on Instagram. They are putting in like the rails to take items back and forth, and then they're putting in the conduit power all over. So it'll be a minute. She needs a built-in bathroom. Yeah, man, for me, showers are really hard not to have because I love being clean and having a shower, but you know, there's ways that you can get around that. So yeah, Lauren, if I ever come to Vegas, I mean, that could be a meetup there. Go to the Boxable factory because they're going to have a showroom area, I believe, to be able to look at that. So that's my idea. I don't want a full-time Cardwell. It's exhausting. I want a place where I can just go back to and relax and recharge. And so I don't need anything big. And so I'm looking at that. What I would like to do is I do rentals right now, and I'm kind of over the rental business. I've been doing it for over 10 years. So ideally I'd sell my rentals and I could pay for the Boxable and the land and all that. So let's see here. Bye Rachel, bye everyone, hope to see you soon. Yes, well thank you for coming, and thank you so much for your donation too. I really appreciate that. That was very nice of you. So that one dude, I'm curious to know where you found, where you're gonna go. Where are you gonna go? Because I think we'll wrap up here pretty soon and get our weekend started, right? Anybody else have any plans for the weekend? I'll be going to, Lexi has a recital. I think it's a ballet recital. And I'll be working on my solar. Yeah. That's why I got a small travel trailer. I have a bathroom, a real fridge, and a freezer in a bed. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's all a hassle, right? Like, the setup of a trailer would be a hassle. The setup, like, yeah, just make it as simple as possible for you. Better to find land already cleared. That would be ideal. Taking it easy this weekend. Formula One racing is back at least. That's cool. Well, thank you for stopping in, John. I appreciate it. Staying a while. I've seen your name here and there. I think you've been around a while, but haven't talked much, so it's good to hear from you. Okay, maybe that one dude from Vegas has not figured out where he is going to go camping yet, but he can share with us in our next live stream, and probably a couple weeks on a Thursday. Ideally, that's what my day should be. But yeah, I thank everybody so much for coming, and I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling great actually, and I'm super excited for what is to come. I hope you guys will all stick around and join me and watch where the road takes us, okay? Bob, northeastern Washington has some beautiful, no, I can't do too much rain and humidity. I gotta stay in the dry west. Yes, thank you, Lauren, for coming. I appreciate it. I hope everybody has a fabulous weekend. Stay safe out there, and I will see you in my solar video and my next live stream. Okay, guys? Thanks so much. Talk to you later. Bye.